Good morning, my sweet friends. Thank you so much for coming back and sitting for a few minutes with me. Today, I hope you're having a beautiful week. This weather is just luscious. I'm loving every minute of it right now. But me, for one, I had a great week. It was my daughter's birthday on Monday, and we went on a little family road trip, and we had the best time. It was very relaxing and made a lot of memories. She turned 50 years old, which I don't know how that could be because I'm only 52. So it must be that new math because I don't understand that either. But it seems like just yesterday she was riding around on her little tricycle and now she is a police SWAT officer. I think I missed something in that whole big gap. But anyway, it got me to thinking about just birthdays in general and the way we celebrate them with the cake, the presents. The people spend so much money on birthdays and just the effort that gets put into them. But you know what? It's also needs to be a time of reflection so we can look back on how we spent the last year and how we want to move forward on this year. And at least for me, it helps me to realize the older I get how precious every day is because we have fewer left of them. When I take a look at my life, I'm always calculating, I wonder how much longer do I really have? How many more Christmas do I have? And so we get kind of crazy, but I do know one thing. I want my life to be filled with more joy and less stress, no matter how many years I have. I want it to be filled with more gratitude that God allowed me to be alive for another whole year and he protected me. Just driving on the road, you can get killed. It's crazy. Every moment of our life is precious. We never want to forget that our Father in Heaven's eyes are always upon us. But it reminds us also to acknowledge in our celebrations, to include an immense amount of thankfulness just for another year. Because many of our friends, they don't have another year. They've been gone too soon. So we never really know when our last breath will be. We need to just cherish the time that we do have. But this also helps me reflect on the goodness of God and his faithfulness over the past 365 days. When I think about how many times I've gotten just into trouble situations and God's wisdom has helped me to get out of them. But even on the good days and the bad days or the hard times, we need to celebrate the journey because we've added another chapter to our story of our life. At the end, it's going to be a beautiful book. Life isn't a fairy tale. It has ups and downs. It's got hard times, good times, bad times, and we go through a lot. But we know that it's our testimony for our life. And I know also that if I live a little wiser, because, you wake up now with aches and pains. And I never thought about that when I was younger because, you feel good, you get up, you go 100 miles an hour and that's the end of it. But now I'm starting to see the shift in my life as far as my physical limitations. I'm trying to incorporate living wisely because I'm realizing that if I live wisely, I'm going to live better. And by that, I mean eating right, getting proper sleep, getting some exercise, even if it's for power walking, whatever. But the most important thing that I have realized is making my relationship with my Father in heaven a lot stronger because I'm telling you, his continuous presence in my life has allowed me way less stress. It's given me hope. It's given me contentment. That's the best present you're ever going to get on your birthday. When you come to that realization and you set boundaries in your life, you don't allow everybody's drama and craziness to come into your world, believe me, you're going to be a lot better off and you're going to put your mind at ease and your body's going to feel a lot less of the impact of other people's issues. It's just nuts. But on your next birthday, it's not about all the gifts and the presents. Those are all fine. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But leave room to take stock of your life. Check your spiritual meter truthfully. See where you are on this spiritual journey. We need to cultivate a special place and some time to align ourselves more closely with our Father's plan for us. That's going to help you to grow, not only in your faith, but in our service. Because we realize as we get older, it's much better to give than it is to receive. Even if you look back on this past year and it's been hell, I'm sorry. If it's been rough and you've gone through things and you couldn't wait for this year to get over and the trouble that you've had to go through, don't let that past be a map for your future. Let's focus on God's plan and purpose, what he has for us coming in the next year. We can continually improve. I don't believe that saying that you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Yes, you can. Because everything you go through, good and bad, is a teaching moment. We are never too old to learn or to cultivate more wisdom. So use this birthday time to recommit to God's perfect plan for you. This is a good time to start fresh. Remind yourself of the crazy, overwhelming love that he has for us. If we include this in our celebration, it's going to move us to be way more thankful and appreciative in our heart and in our soul. You know, we're all getting up in years, at least me and my friends are. And I just wanted to share a little birthday wisdom with you right now. Each of us, we don't know when we are going to take our last breath. Each day, it's a gift. We need to cherish it and the people with us. So let's treat it as such. You know I love you. You have a wonderful, beautiful rest of your week. And I love you. Bye.